Behold! The motherfucking miracle! I could have still started earlier, quite frankly, because I have a shift tomorrow, so I'm gonna end it early again. However, I may actually be going for, like, 2 hours today. Incredible, I know. But I went back to Rana, my so today we're back with IroSekai. Oh, forgot to read this line. I'm now all caught up with Magus of the Library, and I am looking forward to 2 more. It's fun. Really like it. Anyways, I walk by my now empty classroom, softly lit by the orange-red light of the setting sun. Inside is one single person, the transfer student who joined our class today. The boy, Ichino Ayumu, is sitting calmly in his seat, reading through one of his newly acquired textbooks. I made the observation this morning, but I purposely avoided giving it too much thought. He really is a guy, right? Now that I have the chance to inspect him carefully, I can't help but take note of his feminine appearance. If he put on a girl's uniform, I wholeheartedly believe he could fool anyone. It's actually quite interesting. Well, who cares? I have things to do. Just you. Casually call out to him as I make my way to my desk. Hello? Can you hear me?
Nani?
He replies quietly and indifferently. Well, I'd kinda have to be. We're the only ones here. After issuing that reply to me, his face forms this puzzling expression. I can't help if he's ruminating about something or simply staring off into space. He's giving off such a queer vibe. Makes you question if there are even thoughts going through his head right now. But I digress. Hey, I sit down on my own seat right next to his. Can I ask you a question? He still closes textbooks. His eyes then shift to me. They seem somewhat empty. Makes me ask myself, where is he even looking? But of course I can't say that to him. Oh, I was just wondering, you didn't happen to see Mio walk by, did you?
Mio?
Yeah, the girl that sit diagonally to the left of mine. Yeah, that's her. Alright. Guess I must have missed her. That sucks. I was just asking because some things happened with her lunch boxes, but I think she's been avoiding me since lunch break. I chat her on, telling me detail after detail that he never asked to hear. I just didn't want to deal with that awkward silence. So I never really got the opportunity to give him back like I wanted to, but it was kind of hard for me too, if you know what I mean. I was really hoping to catch her before she went home, but oh well. Yeah. Nah, it could be worse, I guess. Our conversation then hits a dead end. He reopens his textbook and starts reading again. Single sound in this room is the sound of pages flipping. Is that a tacit statement that he doesn't want me to bother him anymore, or is he just antisocial? Can't honestly tell. I could just get up and leave, but I don't really want to do that. I'm trying to befriend him out of some magnanimous altruistic desire or anything. Hey, I try striking up a conversation once more. Can I ask you one more question? Maybe I just, for some reason, don't want to leave him here all by his lonesome. That's what compels me to stay here. He consciously closes his textbook, sits it atop his desk, and then looks at me. And I was just kind of curious. You seem pretty interested in that textbook there. Is it fun to read? Doesn't seem to me like a textbook would be. Very? Well, didn't expect that. Really? That's great and all, but if you're having fun, then why don't you show it a bit more in your face? Yep, don't mean to be a nag, but I feel like you won't make many friends if your face is all stiff and serious like that all the time. Naturally, I can't tell him the actual reason I suggested that. He'd look awfully cute if he was a bit more expressive. Regardless of his appearance, he is a boy, and I don't know what he himself thinks of his feminine appearance. Might be real self-conscious about it, for all I know. All I'm saying is to act like you're enjoying yourself, if you are. It'll go a long way towards helping you make friends.
So...
I was thinking he would go back to reading, but he portrays my expectation with what he does next. He consults me for help. I suppose that means I've caught his interest. Nah, I definitely think there is. Let me think. You could smile more, maybe? I think that'd make you seem more approachable. Right, you might not be aware of it, but you have a pretty good-looking face. Say that as a straight man. So if you're just a teensy bit more expressive with your emotions, I think you'll have no problem making friends.
So?
Yeah, maybe if you're lucky, you'll even snag yourself a girlfriend. You could use to stare at the blackboard, showing no change in facial expression whatsoever. Hello? Can you hear me? It reminds me as strange as it sounds, of a cat blankly staring at a wall. What was that? What was that? He abruptly stands up from his seat, but then carefully stows away his textbooks, notebooks, and other school supplies in his book bag. I am, but why are you calling me by my full name? Oh, okay. He walks towards the door. I sit there absently watching him as he leaves. Did I strike a nerve, maybe? Pose my thoughts to Shinku. Well, maybe he was just in a bad mood today. Oh, we're back on the overworld. Hold on. Hold on, let's see here. You there?
そういうものだよ。だから私はあまり気にすることもないだろうと思うけどな。彼のことは。
Again, sounds really like some overworld theme.
あまりそういうことを気にするなって。心配したって何も始まらない。そうだな。どうしても心配に思うのなら、また明日取り戻せばいいじゃないか。
I'll actually go back to the HD version now. Tomorrow.
そう。また明日だ。別にあの転校生はどこかへ逃げたりしないんだから。明日になったら霞のように消えちゃってるのか？そうじゃないだろう。
Yeah, I have a point there. Sling my bag over my shoulders and get up. Guess I better get going too. Here's hoping I'll get an opportunity to talk to him tomorrow.
どうしてユーマはそんなにあの転校生のことを気にしてるんだ？
Beats me. It eludes even me. I can't get him out of my mind or anything per se, but it's weird. I just feel like I need to be his friend.
そうか。
And that's basically all there is to it. You can hear the faint sound of the brass band echoing throughout the empty evening halls.
そうか。そうだったんだ。
I don't like the sound of that. What does?
やっと思い出したよ。そういうことか。
What do you remember?
私があの転校生に感じていた違和感
It's
と
when
いうか。
when she first saw him or something. Really?
ああ、 分間違いないと思うけど、あの子はユーマ、お前に似ているんだ。
Say what?
私と会ったばかりの頃の子供の頃のお前にだ。
Stop right where I stand. He died.
ちょっとだけ、本当にちょっとだけだけど、
What exactly about us is similar.
私と会った頃のユーマは記憶がなかった。
Yeah. And I still have no memories prior to that
あ
day.
の頃のユーマは私が何を話しても質問してもどこか上の空といったような具合だったんだ。ちょうど今の転校生みたいに。
I used to be that spacey.
そうだよ。何か急激な変化に、あるいは新しい環境に戸惑っているような、そんな感じだったんだよ。覚えてないか？
Can't seem to remember it at all. Can't seem to remember it all that well. Maybe because of something about myself.
そうか。だけどまあ、夏目すずのおかげで幾分かマシになったけどな。今のユーマは人間味が出てきてると思うよ。
You think?
そうさ。
So a sense of kinship. Maybe I'm feeling my own faults in him, and which makes me project myself onto him. That might be the reason behind my odd attachment to that transfer student. But for now, time to go to bed. Time to go home. Just got a question where racking my brains over it will do me no good. I'll end up going in circles. So with that in mind, I push those thoughts aside and prepare to leave. We'll open the classroom door and exit into the hallway. I was walking home with Connor and decided to swing by the dorm. Immediately upon entering, the manager approached me with a troubled frown on his face.
どうやらどこか別の世界に紛れ込んでしまったらしい。悪いが探しに行ってはくれないか。
Of course not, answered him. Didn't even need to give a thought. I was glad to help him with anything, anytime, unquestioningly. No affair with too much trouble to ask.
ごめんな。ちょっと今僕は手が離せなくてね。
Actually, can't he look for his seeklings using his seeklings if they're lost? Like the specifics of how his seeklings work, he explained before that it's specifically looking for lost things. That's why it takes so long to find someone that's targeted by the will of the Great Library. Because technically they aren't lost. You just don't know where they are. You've never had them, however. However, the seekling, he is very much lost, so it should not be that hard to find him using another seekling. Wearing that peculiar smile of his, completely void of any guilt or reservation, he then passes me an empty lantern and a folded scrap of paper.
帰らない式を探すため、もう一度式を
Okay,
交
there
わ
we
したん
go.
だ。迷子の式のありかを見つけ帰ってきた。その式が教えてくれた迷子の式の行方はここに書いてある。それではよろしく頼んだよ。
I descended down the stairway leading to the basement so that I can enter through the gate and travel to the parallel world that I need to go to. You don't have to accompany me if you don't want to, okay? I'm not forcing you.
いいえ、別に無理なんてしてませんし、嫌でもありません。
Kinda tags along behind me now in her maid outfit, but no less peeved than she was at school.
何ですか？私の顔に何かついてます？
Yeah, quite the frown. Sorry, it's nothing. Just watch your step going down, alright. She undid the pigtails, I see. That must be the arrangement she decided upon. Maid outfit equals she keeps her hair straight. Uniform equals she braids them into pigtails. For a flash of a second, I feel disappointment. And that's when I realized that I thought she looked kind of cute in pigtails. And now that I'm aware of that, I feel awfully embarrassed.
ともかく私がついていきたいからついていくんです。
Okay, I won't.
それとも私が一緒だと嫌だったりしますか？
No, nothing of the sort.
本当ですか？
Seems a bit grumpy. The tone she spoke in was much lower than her usual one. Say, Connor.
何ですか？
Look, I know you probably don't want me to ask, but I have to. Are you still upset over what I said on the school rooftop at school? Over what I said on the rooftop at school.
はい、引きずってます。
Oh.
それに私、すっごく気になります。あの女の人とユーマさんの関係が。
Well, you sure don't hide your feelings.
あの人はユーマさんの何なんですか？もしかして浮気ですか？浮気なんですか？そうなんですか？
Use your brain. How do you even arrive at that conclusion? Mio's just a friend of mine. We go way back. As those words leave my mouth, I sense a feeling of guilt slowly creeping up inside me. I don't know why, but I feel like I've committed some sort of affront against Mio. She's my childhood friend, not a girlfriend, not my crush. She's a friend, plain and simple, end of story.
本当ですか？正直に教えてもらえないと。私は
You just might what?
夫の浮気容疑で弁護士に相談に行きます。
Here come the tears. Look, please, just spare me the tears.
泣いてなんか
Crying? Yeah, I know you aren't crying. Slowly exhale. Actually, didn't you say you weren't gonna talk to me anymore today?
1時間だけです。無視は悲しいですか？される方もする方も。
I see.
それにあの女の人との正しい関係性を聞き出さなくちゃいけませんし。
Literally just told you that we were only childhood friends. How many times do I need to repeat myself for you to understand that?
嘘です。
No, I'm not.
嘘。
She sees my shirt sleeve, then mutters.
嘘です。
I heave a sigh, then turn around to face her. Why are you that bothered by Mio?
だって
Purses her lips, refusing to meet my gaze. Go on.
なんだかとても仲が良さそうに見えました。ただの幼馴染以上に。だから嘘です。
That's not true. I fret over whether or not she hates my guts on what seems like a daily basis. That really close? Hardly. To me, all she is a child friend. I go back with her longer than other people. That's all there is to it. So if we appear a little uncomfortable around each other, that's probably why.
そんなの嫌です。卑怯です。
Why is it not fair?
私だってユーマさんと小さい頃から一緒にいられれば一緒にいたかったのに。
We arrive at the basement.
それはそうとあの泣き虫な狐の子に会うのもちょっと久しぶりな気がします。
She remarks in a gleeful tone as if she's trying to shift gears and lighten up. I forgot to tell you, we aren't off to that place today, so yeah, sorry, but you won't be able to see her. As I inform her, I set the wall clock's hands to exactly 2 o'clock rather than the usual 2 o'clock 45 minutes. Double dong, the air reverberates twice as the clock bell sounds.
いつもと違う場所ですか？
Yeah.
それは怖いところですか？
Wouldn't say it's scary per se, just a little more spacious and open.
面積が広い？
Yeah, so I try not to stray away from me.
はい、了解です。
He seizes my arm. What?
そばを離れません。ダメですか？
Fine, I guess. Swing open the door. Painfully bright sunlight here caused my eyes to squint almost immediately.
ここは と印象が全く違う場所ですね。
The basement door had connected us to a vacant house at a certain street corner. Come on, let's gotta move on. I'd rather not stay here any longer than we have to. Much unlike the merchant town, which is reached by setting the clock to 2 o'clock 45 minutes, this place is a time-worn port town that has a calm, idyllic ambience. It's like the kind of town that makes you picture a laid-back scene of two old ladies sitting up in an open-air cafe, idling away their time while boasting to each other about how big their grandchildren are getting with wrinkled smiles on their aged faces.
私たちが住むのも港町ですが、雰囲気が全然違いますね、ここは。
It's an old town where every single aspect about it seems antique in some way. The kind you'd expect to appear in some foreign retro movie. We walked down the stone-paved road side by side. Many tiny fishing boats sat anchored to the dock, gently rocking from the force of the waves.
でも、なんだか不思議な場所ですね。
Oh, you think it is?
はい。だって、美味しそうな果物とか、いろいろと小物を売っている市場とか、コーヒーショップとか、魚屋さんとか、そこはかとなく生活の匂いを感じるのに。
I just wander around anxiously.
どうして、この町には誰もいないんですか?
She tilts her head in puzzlement. We have yet to pass by a single person since arriving. We haven't even seen someone. An eerily silent, uninhabited town. Not even the sound of nature can be heard.
こんなにも生活感に溢れているというのに、町の人はどこへ行ってしまったんですか?
Nope, they're still here. Take out my cell phone, switch it to video recording mode before handing it to Kana. Look at the town through this, you'll be surprised at what you see.
面白いもの?
She cocks her head questioningly, then looks down at the screen of the cell phone that I passed to her. A bit of a random irrelevant thought, but Kana doesn't know what a cell phone, come to think of it.
別にどうということはありませんけど。
I said to check out the town. Of course you won't see anything if you just direct the camera at your feet. Hold it out in front of you and look at what you see.
こうですか?
She does as instructed her and directs the camera forward. Upon doing so, the screen displays exactly what I was wanting to show her. Almost immediately, her mouth opens in surprise and she starts looking up and down, up and down, comparing what she sees through the screen to what she sees in the exact same spot with her naked eye. See? Townspeople are all there, just like I told you.
人がいっぱいいますけど。
The screen Kana has positioned in front of her is displaying the streets of this town, congested with people walking to and fro. Bustling marketplace and old ladies sitting at a sidewalk cafe. Speakers of the phone blare nothing but silence. If you had seen displayed on the screen, you can almost somewhat hear the hurly-burly.
あの、
Yeah?
これはどんないたずらですか?
Oh, it's no prank.
だけど、街には確かに誰もいないのに、それなのにどうしてこの画面にはこんなにたくさんの人が映ってるんですか?
She's tapping with this phone in some way, she asks questioningly, her eyes glued on the screen. Still glued on the screen. Yup, didn't do anything to it. The people living in this town are a little special, you see.
街に住む人が特殊?
Yep. I couldn't tell you why, but outsiders like us can't see them through our eyes. We need to use something like a camera as an intermediary. And even weirder, look, we can't touch them nor hear their voices. They're basically no different than ghosts to us. Reach my hand out towards the back of a pedestrian walking by us on the phone screen. Can't interact with them whatsoever, and likewise they don't register us either. For example, they can't hear me talking right now.
それじゃあ、
Her face turns pale.
ここは幽霊がいっぱいの街なんですか?
Not really. Guess I might not have explained it well enough. Yes, we can't directly see them or touch them, but they're not ghosts. They feel hunger, need food, and they also need sleep to function. When their bodies ultimately give out, they die too. They're all living people just like you and me. You hear a light engine rumbling noise start to come from one of the white fishing boats anchored on the dock. A few seconds later, it cruises off towards the ocean, emitting a trail of black smoke in its wake. In our eyes, the boat appeared to have started and operated itself completely unmanned.
おかしなところですね。
Kinda lets out a quiet gasp of awe as he watches the boat through the phone screen grow fainter and fainter.
世界にはいろいろなところがあるんだ。
Looking through the screen, one can see a burly boatman with a massive beard at the wheel. On that note, I need to caution you about something. Whatever you do, do not touch any of the things in this town. Since they can't see us, it'll look like whatever you touched moved on its own, and it'll cause a huge commotion.
大騒ぎ。人には触れられないのに、物には触れられちゃうんですか？
And from their perspective, we're the ghosts, so yeah, you get the idea.
なるほど。ポルターガイストみたいな感じですか。それは確かに驚きますよね。
Yeah, I don't really want to pointlessly frighten the people here by accidentally touching something, which is why I want to make our stay here as short as possible. From time to time, though, you do actually find some among them who can perceive us. They're kind of like psychics, you could say. And I also rather not run into one of them. It causes turmoil. Well, maybe. Alright, let's get this done with. I take out a scrap of paper I'd received from Shigure and unfold it. Let's see. Letters of ink that denote the whereabouts of the seekling we're looking for are spelled out on it. So it's in a cage that's hung up at the storefront of a music store, which is located by the clock tower at the town's center.
何ですか、その紙は。
Shigure's seekling in letter form. It depicts the place where we'll find what we're looking for. According to the explanation written on this paper, the shopkeeper of said music store happened to spot the lost seekling and thought it looked rather curious, so he caught it.
見た目が光る蝶々でしたもんね。それは確かに珍しいですね。
Well, apparently he's trying to sell the thing off by today, so we don't have time to waste.
その紙には探し物について何でも書いてあるんですか？
It's kind of difficult to explain. If you absolutely need to know, you'd be best off asking Shigure when we get back. I'm pretty sure you'll have a much easier time understanding his explanation of it than mine. Two of us make off towards the center of town while exercising extreme care not to accidentally touch something and make it move. We've now arrived at the plaza where the clock tower stands tall.
ありました。楽器屋さんです。玄関先にカゴも吊るしてありますね。蝶々が囚われの身です。早く助けてあげないと。
Yeah, give me a second or two. We open the empty lantern I brought along and lure the captured seekling inside. Alright, our business here is done. We should get back to the dorm. Shigure is waiting.
はい、わかりました。なあ、ユーマ。
Suddenly I hear Shinku call out to me.
私、思ったんだけど。
Yeah, they'll know that the fucking thing is gone. Which would be what exactly?
そういえばユーマは最近、とは言ってもここ 2,3 日の話だけど、一人で地下室を使わなくなったなって。
What do you mean?
以前は毎日のように見る夢の光景を探してユーマはいろいろな世界へ行っていたじゃないか。
Yeah. Visualize the scenery from a dream. Father's falling down from the sky, a voice calling to me. Please, I beg of you, door's stuck. Save us. We will forever be here waiting for you. The gentle sea breeze blows against me. Feathers dance there. Descent. Wind turbines along the mountaintop rotate. This parallel world bears a close resemblance to the town we live in, Kazatsuguhama, yet is quite distinctly different. Well, that's just because I always thought that dream might lead me to my lost memories.
だからユーマは夢の映像と同じ街、あるいは世界を探して地下室からたくさんの世界に行った。
But I never found
夢
any.
の正体を探るために。
But I never found any place that resembled what I saw in my dream, no matter how many worlds I searched. It was always a vain effort. Also, I'm not sure if I'm just imagining this, but I feel like the frequency in which I'm seeing that dream has been decreasing as of late. As my fixation on it has also waned as a result. Well, at least that's the conclusion I've arrived at after examining my conscience.
だからもう諦めるのか？夢の正体とユーマがどうしても思い出せない自分の過去を探ることは。
No, I won't. Definitely won't give up. Want to know who I am? Don't want my identity to remain shrouded in mystery forever. It's just how to put it.
だけど
It's just that there's something else I have to give priority to now.
それは
Shouldn't have to explicitly spell it out. You know better than anyone what it is, Shinku. What I'm thinking of is Shinku's wish. Falling in love.
何か言いましたか、ユーマさん。
Sorry. I smile lightly. Just talking to myself. I feel like at the very least one of the routes, if not all of them, are gonna have some minor inner conflict in the MC. Like, do I actually love them, or am I literally just doing this for Shinku, since her wish includes like him falling in love? As for my own wish, so I don't know what it is. Somewhere, it's lost somewhere within the depths of my forgotten memories. Yuma here, we're back. Hold the lantern in one hand and knock. Holding the lantern in one hand, I knock on the door of the manager's office.
ああ、鍵は開いてるよ。入ってくれ。
Alright.
ご苦労だったね。ありがとう、二人とも。そこらに座って休んでくれ。とは言っても、そんな余分なスペースはないか。
We're in the manager's office. It's a small room filled with nothing but massive piles of odd junk. There isn't even room enough for a decent sleeping place. Why is it that the only two adults living in this dormitory are completely oblivious to the concept of cleanliness? Mostly but speechless.
手間を取らせて悪かった。ちょっと今手が離せなくて。助かったよ。
He was in the middle of writing something, but stops his hand and turns around to face us. Did something urgent come up?
いや何、少しばかり手間のかかる仕事が詰まってきたね。その対応に追われていたというか、そんなところだよ。
Is that some work you're involved in?
そうだね。
Would I be able to help in any way?
ありがとう。その気持ちだけで嬉しいよ。
Sounds like no.
ただこれはあくまでも個人的な問題だから。だから僕自身がこうして直接処理しなければならないことなんだよ。手伝ってもらおうにもそれはできないことなんだ。
Really?
あ、そうなんだ。僕の術式は探し物を見つけ出すのには適当だけれど、探し物を見つけるのには最適にできてはいないんだ。程度の低い言葉遊びのようでなんだけれど。
Could you elaborate?
無機物ではなく有機物の行方を探すには少し手間を挟まなくてはいけない。ある期間こうして探している人物、あるいは動物のその名前をこうして紙に何度も書きつけなくちゃいけない。成功率を上げるためのちょっとした儀式めいた行いだよ。
Following that, he shows me a paper inscribed with letters of ink. It's filled from edge to edge, top to bottom with a person's
この
name.
ようにして探しているもののイメージを明確にするんだ。そうして探している対象と意識レベルでつながろうとするっていう感じかな。ともかくそういった難解な探し物以外にも、ここのところよくあの商人の町から探し物の依頼が入るんだよ。最果ての古書店に目をつけられた人間も探さなくちゃいけないし、忙しい時にはいろいろと重なるものだね。
I didn't know your power required that extra labor in those cases. When you're searching for a person that's gone missing, how much time does it take to find them if you factor that in?
わからないな。
Factor in that.
まちまちなんだ。 1週間で見つかることもあるし、1ヶ月以上かかることもある。探し出さなければならない対象が命あるものとなるだけで、僕の力にはぐっと説得力がなくなってしまうから。
Okay. So, do you get requests to find missing persons all that often? Flashes me a slight grin. The expression could be interpreted as both a yes and a no. Fair enough, must be tough work. Oh, I almost forgot, here's the seedling we retrieved. And she could with the lantern.
ありがとう。とにかく助かったよ。
He slowly opens the bulb of the lantern. The seedling, now released, flutters about in the air with random movements. After a second or two, it softly lands on a sheet of paper left on the table.
おかえり。ご苦労だったな。
As if responding to that gentle voice of his, the seedling dims. And then, in the twinkle of an eye, the butterfly's form dissolves and morphs into letters of ink, which are then soaked up at a sheet of paper. It bequeaths letters onto the paper that denote the whereabouts of something which someone somewhere is looking
さ
for.
て、おかげで全部の式が返ってきたわけだ。あちら側の客人が首を長くしてお待ちかねだな。名前を書く作業も一区切りついたし、早速お客さん方に報告に行くとしようか。
管理人さん、もしよかったら一つだけお伺いしてもよろしいでしょうか。
何かな。僕に答えられることならいいんだけど。
差し出がましいというか、ただの好奇心からの質問なので失礼になるかもしれないのですが。
After giving that nervous preface, Connor goes on.
その光の蝶々、それは一体何なのでしょうか。危険なものではないのですか。
危険？それはどういう意味かな。
ですね、どんな仕組みと方法で動いているのかとか、どうしてそんな不思議なことができるんだろうとか、いろいろと。
The voice trails and trails. Oh boy, I guess I have to step in. I think what Connor wants to say is she's interested in the workings of your seedlings.
興味が？
Yeah, so if you don't mind, I think she would like you to explain them to her. Just a quick summary should suffice. I believe they'll satiate her curiosity.
ああ、何かと思えばそんなことか。いや、そうだな。そういえば君にはまだ何も説明しないままだった。
He scratches the back of his head a bit awkwardly as he laments his oversight.
それは確かに気になって当然か。僕はちょっと抜けているところがあるみたいでね。気が回らなかった。夏目くんにもそれでよく怒られることがあるんだ。
いいえ、ちょっと気になっただけです
ので。そうだな。実を言うと僕自身のこの力についてあまり興味がないからね。それでもいいのなら説明するよ。
はい、よろしくお願いいたします。
そうか。物好きな子だな、君は。
His face slackens into a smile.
それではまず何から話そうか。この力は僕らの間では式といって、僕が生まれた家というか家系に古くから伝わるものなんだ。
He breathes a puff of tobacco smoke from the pipe he'd placed in his mouth. Before our very eyes, the smoke transfigures into a bright, luminescent butterfly.
とは言っても、これは特別なものじゃない。僕の家族や親戚など血縁関係のある人間は誰もが使える力だから。個性と言ってしまうにはいささか普及しすぎている。ともかくこの術式ができることは一つ。それはなくしたもののありかを探し出せるというものだ。でも探し物のありかを知ることができるだけでそれ以上のことはできない。なくしたものを持って帰ってきてくれるとか、そういった利便性を備えていないんだ。探し出してくるのはあくまでも探し物のありかだけ。
At that point, seedlings, which had been fluttering around the air, just abruptly disappears.
どうしてこのような力が僕の家に、そしてその血縁関係にある家々に伝わっているのかはわからない。いや、正確には何かしらのもっともらしい伝承などがあるのだろうけれど、僕はそのあたりの事情をよく知らない。そういった込み入った事情に僕は興味が持てなかったから。だから何も知ろうとも思わなかったんだ。ただこういった力が生まれながらにあったんだってことになる。以上、終わりかな、この話は。
終わりですか？
そう、終わりだよ。もう僕からこの力について説明してあげられることは何もないんだ。これ以上式について君に教えてあげられることは何もない。僕が君に教えてあげられることは。
そうですか。
だから言ったろ、別に面白くもなんともない話だって。
そんなことは。
ごめんね、君のことを安心させてあげられなかったかもしれない。でもできればこれ以上心配しないでほしい。説得力はないかもしれないけれど、式にできることは多くないけれど、それでもなくしたものは確実に見つけられるから。だから君の探し物は僕の式が責任を持って見つけるよ。もう少しだけ待っていてほしい。それが心配だったんだろ？違うかな？だから式の特性というか性能を知りたいと君は思ったんじゃないかな。大丈夫。いくらか時間がかかるけど必ず見つける。君の探しているものを。それは絶対だ。約束するよ。もう少しだけ信じて待っていてもらえないだろうか。そうしてくれれば嬉しいんだ、僕は。
She casts her eyes downward.
ありがとう。これからも何か気になったことがあったら遠慮せずに聞いてくれて構わないから。
はい、ありがとうございました。
Can I ask Shigure to search for something for her? Some kind of conversation between them had behind my back. I can't say it doesn't pique my curiosity, however. Happy now? Feel a bit out of the loop with that little discussion at the end there, but I guess your doubts have been cleared, yeah? Shake that baseless suspicion off my mind. Everyone has their circumstances, to a greater or lesser extent. And no one has the right to pry without the consent of the person in question. That applies doubly when the person is displaying signs of wanting to avoid talking about the subject. Thank you for doing that for us, Shigure.
いや、問題ないよ。これくらいのことなら全然大丈夫だ。そういえばユウマくん、ついでと言ってはなんだけど、ちょっと頼まれてくれないかな。
Sure, what is it?
覚えているかな。201号室の新人のことだけど、今日は珍しく早く寮に帰ってきていてね。
Oh, really?
そうなんだ。だから悪いんだけど、その子に君の手からこれを返してやってくれないかな。
Takes out an envelope from one of his sleeves and presents it to me. Alright, guess we'll have to bring this envelope to the newest member of the Boobism religion. The name Tomine Tsukasa is written on it, a name I've never heard of. What is this?
なんでも、ここの家賃のつもりらしいんだ。
And why do you want me to give that to
いや
her?
ね、彼女も僕がここに置くと約束したものだから。だからそういうのはいらないと言ったんだけど、これがまた強情な子で断固聞かないんだよ。食事やなんかも今のところ自分一人でなんとか頑張っているみたいだし、僕としてはちょっと見ていられないというか、そんなところなんだ。
Okay.
だからもしかしたら年の近いユウマくんの言うことなら少しは耳を貸してくれるかなと思って。安直だとは分かってるんだけど、正直な話、僕にはもうお手上げなんだよ。
No worries, I understand. But just as a forewarning, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to get her to take it back.
やれるだけやってみてくれればいいよ。もしダメなら、また次の手を考えるさ。
Just fucking just pulls open her fucking door, just like chucks it at her and closes the door again. Okay.
さてと、それじゃあ頼んだよ。
Okay.
今日は頼み事ばかりをして悪いね。
After a thick ledger storing storing all the information from a seekling in hand, he gets up and leaves the room. Gon and I make our way towards room 201. After arriving in front of the door, I give it a few knocks. Hello, I'm here at the behest of the manager. Could you spare a bit of time to talk to me? So knocking again, I happen to notice that the door is unlocked. Your shaky, feeble voice comes from the tiny crack in the door that's slightly ajar. Nice to meet you. The manager sent me here, actually. He's asked me to relay a message to you. Huh? Look, like I said, I'm here to relay a message from the manager, so... Wait, what? Get a slight peek of the girl's face through the crack of the door, and much to my surprise, is someone I've seen before. I remember you. You're that girl from school. I've not just seen her face. I've not just seen her face. I know this face. There's no possible way I could have forgotten her after that incident from earlier today at school. The god who loves big titties! Right, I vaguely remember saying that. The girl preaches to Kana for some reason with a very, very confusing boastfulness. She nods along to herself, reaffirming in her mind my saintliness. Kana is musing that question by herself. How do I even respond in this situation? Honestly, I don't know. Man, talk about a surprise, though. Shigura, you know him as the manager of this dorm. But anyway, he asked me to return this to the new resident, but I never expected that to be you of all people. I seriously caught me off guard. She stares bafflingly at the envelope I'd handed her. Could you stop saying those embarrassing words in front of me, pretty please? Come on, you know, titties, booby. The god of boobies! Yeah, that's what they call karma. That is, after all, how they say in Homeworld. Karma is bitch. Stolen jokes. That's what they say on Homeworld. It's supposed to be, but who cares? She folds her hands in devout reverence. I'm glad to agree. Shamefully so. Oh, he told me that it was the rent money you gave him. Yeah, he said he didn't want to be taking money from you, so he told me to drop by your room and return it to you. How come? This is a student dorm. She pushes the envelope back into me. Look, I kinda need you to take this. Huh? The Buddha.
学園やその他諸々のお世話まで。死ぬまで毎日3度拝んでもこの感謝の気持ちは正しく表せないのです。
Oh.
だからせめてお家賃くらいは納めさせていただかないと私の気が済まないのです。
Yeah, fair
と
enough.
にかくそういうことですので、お兄さんこれは受け取れません。どうか管理人さんにちゃんとお納めになられるようにとお兄さんからもぜひそうお伝えしていただきたいのです。
Yeah, I see now why she could have called this girl obstinate. But yeah, the manager kind of insisted that I give this to you. Huh?
申し訳ありません。おっぱい大好きなお兄さん、私はこれからお仕事に出かけなくてはならないに。
Work?
はい、ここのお家賃や驚異の数値を伸ばすためにも食費をしっかり稼がねばいけません。
Okay.
なので私はこれから牛蜜時まで汗水垂らして勤労に勤しまなければいけないのです。申し訳ありませんが管理人様にどうかよろしくお伝えください。
She directs a quick bow towards us, and the next second she's scampering off. To make matters worse, she carelessly forgot to lock her door. Don't know what else. Really don't know what to say. What a busy girl. So, big titty loving thing already prepared? Am I gonna have to be referred to as that forever? I'm a little concerned. Also, was she serious when she said 3 in the morning? Is that like against the law? Yes, I had the envelope, which I ultimately wasn't able to give to her. 2 minutes casa. I guess I could assume that's her name.
ユーマさんは巨乳が好み、ユーマさんは巨乳が好み。もっと大きくならなくちゃ。
Gon has her hands placed on her breasts, muttering those words under her breath as if if they were some kind of self-command that would magically make her breasts grow.
あともうワンランク上くらいには成長してほしいところです。そこのところどうなんでしょうか。
Don't pray to me.
ご利益ありませんか？
No, I most definitely do not. Alright, guess I'll get started on dinner now. Anything in particular you want today?
そうですね。私は食べさせていただけるなら何でもいいんですが、あえてお願いするとすれば、
Yeah?
はい。なけなしの女性ホルモンの覚醒を促す栄養満点な食事を所望します。ホルスタイン的な要領で。
I can introduce you to a doctor that'll give you exhaustive saline injection breast enhancements, if that's what you're after. But first, why do you need larger breasts? C feels big
で
enough.
も女の子にとって胸のサイズはあればあるだけ困らないんですよ。
I'll keep that in mind. I don't know how to respond to a statement like that. At that point.
おかしいな。
Suzu suddenly walks out from the dressing room to the bathroom. Her head is cocked in confusion. She has a slight frown on her face. Something the matter, Suzu? And the moment she sees my face.
なるほど。そういうことか。合点がいった。
She vigorously nods like she just had some light bulb moment.
なるほどね。これは盲点だった。
I have no clue what you're talking about.
わかったから。ほら、しのごの言わずに返しなさい。
She holds out her palm. What do you want?
とぼける気？
Again, what in the hell are you talking about? There's a glint of smugness in her eyes. Oh, I have an awful feeling about
やっ
this.
ぱり犯人は君だったわけだ。だからそうやってとぼけるんでしょ？見え見えなんだから。
What? I literally have no idea what you've been talking about for the past.
無駄だよ。無駄。そんな下手な演技をしたって無駄なんだよ。ネタは上がってるんだからね。
Suzu's supposedly a woman of 22 years of age, is grinning like some cheeky little kid. Would you get mad if I made that comparison to her? Yeah, she would. She definitely would. Explain everything to me in words I can understand. Every time you open your mouth, I just get more confused.
もういい加減にしてよね。君はまた私の下着を盗んだでしょ。話をそらそうとしたってダメだよ。
What? You just have been sitting her underwear.
じゃないよ。
She sighs as she shakes her head in
あの
exasperation.
ね、君の気持ちもわからなくもないよ。若いって大変だもんね、いろいろと。悶々としちゃうっていうの？とにかく大変だよね。いじらしいくらいにさ。
What?
だけどさ、思春期だからってそのみなぎる青衝動のすべてが無条件に肯定されると思ったら大間違いだよ。青春を湾曲するなら実質でこっそりやりなさい。何か刺激が欲しいならそれなりに気持ちを高ぶらせられるようなお手伝いの品を貸してあげたっていいから。
What are you even trying to accuse me of?
またまたこの後に及んで照れちゃってるわけ？そんなの可愛くないと思うな、お姉さん。
What are you on? What about to steal your underwear of all things?
私の下着なんてってどういうことだよ。
Kana still standing next to me is shaking with a shaking with a look on her face that reads, I cannot believe this. Wait, I'm innocent. I'm innocent, I swear. It's just a misunderstanding. I'm not immature enough to steal someone's. Okay, you need to shut up and stay out of this.
もうごたくはいいからとっとと返す。お姉さんは困ってるんだからね。
Why are you arbitrarily deciding that I'm the one who did it? If you're gonna accuse me, I want proof! Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I didn't do it. Take one step back.
決めつけるも何もな。君しかいないんだよ、疑惑の人は。ほら、管理人はそもそも下着になんて興味ないのは知ってるし。
And neither do I. I have no idea what happened to your underwear, okay? I swear I'm innocent. Please believe me.
だって君が寮に来る日は決まって下着の行方が不明になるんだもの。しかも決まってブラジャーばっかり。
なるほど。巨大なおっぱいが大好きなお兄さんですか。
Kana murmurs to herself pensively. What?
限りなく黒に近い灰色ですね。
No, seriously, I haven't stolen anything.
昨日だってブラが一着なくなっちゃったし。あのさ、いい加減にしてくれなくちゃお姉さんは割と困ってしまいます。ノーブラがトレンドになってしまうような勢いで。
Please just listen to me. You have the wrong guy.
まあ何でもいいからさ、とにかく返して今すぐに。ほらほら、お金を払って買い取るって言うんなら話は別だけど。
So nothing I said will change your mind, huh? Feel frustration building. Also, what was that she said? She wouldn't care if I paid her money for them?
もう仕方ないな。ほんと強情なんだから、ゆうくんは。それじゃあさ、代わりと言ってはなんだけど、今ここで私の履いてるパンツをあげてもいいよ。それでどう？
What?
だからさ、とりあえずブラは返してよ。もう今はあれしか持ち合わせがないんだよ。
Purposefully ignore her demand. I mustn't allow myself to be swept up in her nonsense. Do you want me to go buy you new ones? If so, tell me because I'll head to the store right now and... Wait, what the hell are you
パ
doing?
ンツを脱ごうかなと思って。
Stop it, please. This is not the place to undress.
あ、それなら私も。
No, thank you. I do not need anyone's panties.
ちょっと、何やってんのよ。
Huh? Turn around to see my childhood friend standing still in the
下着が
entranceway.
欲しいだの、欲しくないだの、あげるだの、あげないだの、何言ってるのよ。びっくりだわ。
あなたは今日の。
あれ？誰かと思えば、こんに
Oops,
ちは。
fuck.
お久しぶりです。あれ？誰かと思えば、如月さんちのみおちゃんじゃない。ご無沙汰ですね。
There we go. She directs a short, polite bow towards
みお
Suzu.
ちゃんがここに来るなんて珍しい。小さな頃以来？どうかした？見ての通り、ちょっと現在取り込んでてね。
そうです。取り込み中です。部外者は首を突っ込まないでください。
取り込み中。
今からユマさんにパンツをあげるんです。
She's looking at me with the eyes of someone looking at a deranged pervert. It is not what it looks like.
誤解？
I'm innocent, so please, I'm begging you, stop giving me the stink eye. I'm not some disgusting criminal pervert.
で、みおちゃんは何をしに来たのかな？その両手の荷物といい、一見
ただ遊びに来たっていう風には見えないけれど。
Miu was indeed holding some noticeably bulgy bags in both her
は
hands.
い。管理人さんはいらっしゃいますか？少しお話ししたいことがあるんですが。あいつ、
Is she gonna move into the fucking dorm? Oh yeah, he's kind of been busy the past few days, and he's out on business right now. If you're fine with it, I can relay whatever you need to him.
そう、仕方ないわよね。今日から私もここに住まわせてもらおうかなと思って。
Huh?
聞こえなかった？だから私も今日からこの寮、そんなの認めませんから。暮らそうかと思って、ちゃんと保護者の許可も取ってきたの。無視されました。それにほら、もう学園で入寮の手続きも済ませてきたの。即席だけど。
She reached into her skirt pocket and pulls out a dormitory move-in registration form that has the signatures of both a legal guardian and a school official on it.
だからあとは管理人さんの許可さえもらえればって思って。
いいよ。
Oh, there he is. All of us turn around in response to the soft, nonchalant voice that comes from behind us.
ちゃんと許可を取ってきたというのなら全然問題はない。部屋も十分余っていることだし。
Shigure, I thought you were out.
いや何、ちょっとキセルを管理人室に忘れていてね、取りに戻ったんだ。久しぶりだね、みおちゃん。元気だったかな？
はい、おかげさまで元気です。ありがとうございます。
She bows her head.
そうかそうか。元気なのが一番だよね。ま、とにもかくにも賑やかになるのはいいことだよ。僕は全然構わない。歓迎するよ。部屋の案内だとかはゆうまくんに頼んでね。
はい、ありがとうございます。急な話なのに感謝します。まあ、ともかく今日からみおちゃんもここに住むんだ。はい。お掃除とか食事の準備とかそういう家事全般は得意ですので、何でも言いつけてください。私の球児としてのアイデンティティを強奪するつもりなんですか？
これは久しぶりに寮内も明るくなるな。新人さんも増えることだし、本当にいいことだ。
Wearing a nonchalant smile, he puts the resignation form he had received from Miu into his sleeve without even checking it. If Shigure is fine with it, then I obviously won't voice any sort of objection. Still, what made you decide to live here all of a sudden? Regardless, that doesn't change the fact that I'm more than a little confused by Miu's actions.
なんでって、それは、あれよ、あれなのよ。
He's being intentionally evasive. I don't think I know. What do you mean?
だって、あれでしょ？ユーマ、こんなのがずっとあんたと
The weird
一緒にいるわけでしょ？
Who? Follow Miu's gaze and see Connor. Ah, the weird girl, yeah.
なんですか？ユーマさんまでひどいです。
Sorry, didn't mean to.
そんなわけだから、ユーマ、これからよろしくお願いね。そんなわけってどんなわけなんですか？私は全然よくわかりませんけれど。
Are you in any place to say that, Connor?
でも、とにかく理由が不透明っていうか、もっとちゃんとした理由を述べてくださいっていうか。
You also have not told us why you're here.
だって。
Miu then throws a glance in my
なん
direction.
だかおかしなことにでもなったら嫌だし。
Her voice gradually trails off. Funny business, what do you mean?
それは、もしかして嫉妬してるんですか？私たちのこと。とにかくよろしくね、ユーマ。
いいね。これは本当に賑やかになりそうだ。というわけでユーマくん、 これから先のことはよろしく頼んだよ。
I kind of feel like you just passed me the bucket. Right then, the doorbell rings. Who is that? It's been visitor after visitor today.
うん、多分新人さんだ。思っていたよりも早かったな。
Huh? But we just talked with her in front of her room and she's left to go somewhere. I'm fairly sure she said she had to go to work. Oh, right, I tried to give her the rent money back, but she wouldn't budge. I check out the envelope I'd failed to return and hand it to the manager.
そうか。やっぱりダメだったか。こいつは弱ったな。いやいや、そうじゃない。あの子とは別の生徒が今日から入寮することになってるんだ。新人さんも増えるし、と、さっき言ったろ？
Huh?
だから多分その子だ。よかった。道に迷わずちゃんと来れたみたいだ。ゆうまくん、開けてやってくれないかな。
Another new resident. Yeah, we really are getting a lot. I do as instructed, open the door. The person I find standing there is none other than...
どうも、はじめまして。今日からお世話になります。一ノ瀬歩と申します。
Oh, you're the guy who transferred in today.
君は今日の転校生。
The transfer student Ichino's Aomi parrots my words in response, then raises his hung head.
君は加上優馬。
Yeah, I'm that Kanoe Yuma, the one that sits next to you in class. There's a wry smile on my face. The way he talks just feels oddly comical to me. So, you're the new resident I was told about? First we become classmates and seat buddies too, and now we meet here again. Maybe this fate would work.
縁がある。
Yeah, so anyways, I think I said it earlier, but I hope we can be friends.
握手。
Oh, no handshake. You can only do that the first time you meet someone. I only understand it on an intuitive level, but I feel like I now know how to talk and interact with him. Assuming Shinku was right, and he's similar to how I was as a kid.
お客様はどなただったんですか、ユーマさん。
Kind of pokes right out from behind my back.
どうも。
Does a quick
今
bow.
日からここにお世話になります。一ノ瀬歩です。
ああ、待っていたよ。ちゃんと迷わずに来れたみたいだね。
はい。
君の部屋は2階の203号室だ。さて、荷物を運ぶのを手伝おう。と、はて、荷物はどこだい？
特に荷物はありません。学生カバンだけです。
カバンだけ？
はい。
布団も着替えも何も持ってきていないのかい？
はい。
The answer to Nayumu nods
そうで
firmly.
す。
木の実木のままやってきたという具合だな。まるでどこかから逃げてきたみたいだ。これはどうするべきか。
Shikuda frowns as he ruminates on what to
よし、わ
do.
かった。それじゃあ、使い古しでよかったら、家具の一式を僕が貸そうか。
家具を？
どれもあまり上等なものではないけれど、だけどまあそれでも何もないよりかはマシだと思うのだけれど、どうかな。
でも。
もしかして使い慣れない枕では眠れない？
いいえ、そんなことはないです。だけど。
His expression is a bit strained. You don't need to feel reserved, that's why you're hesitating. I'm actually pretty good at reading people who don't outwardly express their emotions. It ultimately depends on the person, but I have experience dealing with those types of people since Shinku's kind of like that herself. No one's using those pieces of furniture right now, right, Shigure?
その通り。もう誰も使わないものなんだ。使う者がいなければ、あとはどこかの施設で焼却処分されるだけの代物だよ。
だけど、何もかも全部を貸してもらうというのは、ちょっと。
He hangs his head embarrassed. I have a feeling he isn't used to being the recipient of other people's
家具は
generosity.
なくても生きていくには支障はないと、そう思ったので。だから何も持ってこなかったんです。それなのに。
それはいけないな。
それなのに、僕の勝手で迷惑をかけるなんてことは、いけない。
人間は人間らしい生活をしなければいけない。そういう決まりがあるんだよ。
人間らしい。
そんなわけだからユーマくん、倉庫に収めてある家具を引っ張り出す手伝いをしてくれないかな。
Sure thing. I nod. We're carrying them to room 203, right?
では私もお手伝いします。203号室の装置はもう終わってるんですか？まだなら私がお部屋をきれいにしておきます。お二人が家具を運んでくる間に。
そうだね。一応昨晩に一通りはやっといたつもりだけど、よかったらもう一度どこか汚れたところがないかざっと確認をしてみておいてくれるかな。
はい、わかりました。
Kinda excitedly trots off towards the staircase.
それじゃあ、私は夕飯の準備をしておくわ。厨房をお借りしてもいいですか？
ああ、好きに使ってくれて構わないよ。ちなみに君の部屋は1階の102号室だ。と、あれ？君の荷物は？見る限り君もカバンしか持っていないようだけど、もしかして君も木の実木のままという具合なのかな？
いいえ、今日は着替えくらいしか持ってきていませんが、来週あたりに必要な荷物をまとめて運ぼうかと思ってます。
なるほど。だけど布団がないぞ。寝るのはどうするんだい？
それは。
ああ、そうか。
He taps his fist on his palm as he has a stroke of
聞くだ
insight.
け野暮というものだったね。昔からそういう仲だものな。
What do you mean?
分かってるよ。今日はユーマくんのアパートで一緒に寝るんだね。
違い
Of course not! Neo stamps off to the kitchen with brisk steps.
あれ、おかしいな。場を和ませようと思ったんだけれど、余計なことを言ってしまったかな。
He scratches his head awkwardly, muttering under his breath. Dear me, I didn't expect her to get so upset.
後でフォローしておいてくれないかな、ユーマくん。
Why me?
まあ、そう言わず頼むよ。さてと、それじゃあ始めようか。夕飯までには全ての作業を終わらせよう。
Don't you have work to do over there?
ああ、大丈夫だ。もうほとんどの仕事は済ませてしまってあるからね。あとは式を飛ばすだけなんだ。
よーし、よくわかんないけど私だって手伝っちゃうぞ。
He starts flexing her
重たい
arms.
荷物もどんとこいだよ。
Ah, Durant's storm must be coming.
なんか言った？
The biggest lazybones in the world volunteering to help. Yeah, what awaits us might be much more deadly than a simple storm.
ほほう、よく言った。世界の終わりが来る前に個人的な天変地異をお見舞いしてやろうじゃないか。
I'll hit you with the nastiest calamity imaginable. It just looks over like having to be a father while still in high school. Do you remember he grasps my face with one hands and then, huh? What are you doing? Grip of death, if ever there was one. Her fingers dig into my temples. You're crushing my head! The pain is
ちなみ
indescribable.
に私の握力は100キロ以上だから。
You're not human!
ああ、とにもかくにも卒業するまでどうぞよろしく、歩夢くん。今日からここが君の家だ。ん？
He's muttering something too softly for us to hear.
なんか言った？新入生？
はい、この世はとてもいい人ばかりだ。
He nods deeply, then says,
ありがとう。
あ、笑った。
Did you know Samu's lips curve into a very, very faint smile? Hopefully that smile makes first step on his journey towards making friends. Now, was there any point to the whole he stole underwear accusation? Because it seems like there fucking wasn't. I'm presently writing the day's diary entry together with Shinku. This is probably one of my favorite soundtracks in the game thus far. Today, let's see, I met the girl who lives in 204 for the first time. Write words on the page in front of me. Alright, that should do.
完成じゃない。だから言ってるだろ。一行だけじゃ日記とは呼ばないんだって。
Didn't you say that you wouldn't be sitting on his lap anymore? I'll never get good at this.
まったく。しょうがないな。今日は、南かなが転入してきた。どうしてか隣のクラスに。
Yeah, that's right. My class got transfer students too. His name was crap. What was it again?
一ノ瀬歩。
Yeah, Ichinose-Ayumu. Thanks. It doesn't just end there. He also moved to Arashiyama Hall. He's gonna end up writing the entry with Shinku's help. On a different note.
なんだ、どうした？
Didn't you say you wouldn't sit on my lap anymore? Oh, there you go.
覚えてない。
Really?
ユーマの健忘症が移ったんだ、きっと。いいからさっさと書く。日付が変わっちゃうだろ。今日の分の日記が昨日の分の日記になってしまうよ。
I know. Resume filling out the entry. Other than that, Mio also moved in. I still don't understand why.
そうだな。そういうこともあった。どうした？手が止まってる。
I don't know. Just struck me as a little odd how quickly she got the papers and all that already. I mean, would you really be able to convince your parents that easily?
気にかかる？
Just a wee bit.
それは幼馴染としての縁というか、そういったものから来る予感のようなものだったりするのか？
Good question. I just don't know myself. I don't really know myself, but I'm planning to ask her again about her reasons. No idea if she'll actually tell me though.
そうだな。それがいいよ。
Other than that, there was also the whole thing with Room 201's new resident.
どうした？また何か気にかかることでもあるのか？
Crap, can't quite recall the new girl's name.
またか？さっき一ノ瀬歩の名前も出てこなかったじゃないか。大丈夫なのか？
I don't honestly know. Touched my head in an effort to scrounge together my fragmented memories before they could disappear. Nothing. Can't remember it at all. It was seriously bad.
司。
ん？
遠峰司。201号室の新人さんの名前だ。
Yeah, it's Casa. Write down the name Shinku gave me in the diary. Good thing I have the names in my head again. I would have been screwed if I had to say it to her next time we met. Sorry, could you remind me what your name is? I forgot. Same goes for the transfer student as well. Well, it would be awkward for transfer student. It wouldn't be awkward for Skasa because she never told you her name. You just read it on the fucking envelope. That would be truly rude. Well, admittedly, it's not much better since I actually did forget their names.
心配だな。
Worried about what?
ユーマの物忘れが最近ひどくなってきているような気がするから。
Really?
新人2人の名前がいい証拠。私が覚えていたことなのに、ユーマはまるで思い出せなかった。これはちょっと変じゃないか？
Is it? Try to sort out the chaos in my head as best as I can. Everything should be fine. It's just coincidence, nothing more. Just happen to have an unlucky streak of not being able to recall certain stuff.
そうかな。そうだといいんだけど。
Well, now that I've recalled their names, my mind is a lot clearer. I closed the diary shut on that note. I think I'll head to SAC for the day.
Huh?
What do you mean, what?
もう眠るのか？
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
いつもよりだいぶ寝る時間には早いじゃないか。
Oh, is it really? Seems about my normal bedtime.
早いよ。30分も早い。
Does that even count?
ユウさ、少なくともいつもとは違うよ。
Where are you going with all this, Shinku?
もう少し。
Yeah?
もう少し私の話に付き合ってくれてもいいじゃないかって思う。
Want to talk about what?
そんなこと聞くかな普通。
If I don't understand why, I can tell he's feeling all sad. Her face is always expressionless for the most part, but I can still easily read her feelings. No, in all cases, though, of
で
course.
くされるから私
What am I supposed to do? You and I are together 24/7, so there's not really much for us to talk about.
なんだよそれはまるでもう私と話をするのが飽きてしまったみたいな言い方じゃないか
So I didn't intend for it to come off like that.
私はユーマと違ってユーマとしか話す相手がいないんだよ私だって誰かと満足するまで話したいってそんな気持ちになることくらいある付き合ってくれたっていいじゃないか
Okay. I can I suppose it's more supposed to be that I can... okay. I can definitely understand where she's coming from. Alright, let's talk, Shinku. Any topic in particular you have in mind?
Huh?
No food talk, though, please. I'm already getting cravings now, and that doesn't need to get worse. Once I give in to temptation and indulge in a little late-night snack, it reappears as flab, and nobody likes flab, right? Other than that, though, I'll talk about anything.
だから好きだぞユーマ
The two of us proceed to talk until late in the night. Strange enough, there were no lulls in our conversation. That's about the only thing I can describe it. That's about the only way I can describe it. Strange. Weird, isn't it? We're basically together 24/7, and we can just talk to each other for days on end, like it seems like.
私は話のネタは尽きないからいくらでも話していられる
An infinite supply.
そうだよなんせ一日中ユーマが誰かと話をするのをただ隣で見ていないといけないんだからそういうのはなんだかちょっともやっとするんだ胸のあたりが
No, I never knew that. Let out a heavy yawn. Sorry, I'm about to nod off.
そうかごめんなこんな夜遅くまで付き合わせてしまったりして
Nah, it's okay. Honestly, rather than an apology, a thank you would make me much happier. I said that hoping to tease her, rather embarrass her a little bit, but...
ありがとう
Huh?
ありがとうユーマ
She smiles warmly at me. Then she softly leans back against me and peers up in my face. Oh, you don't have any trouble expressing your feelings. You didn't have any trouble expressing your feelings, Shinku.
もちろん私は正直それが私の売りだ
That's something you learned through the course of your previous life.
そういうこと半分しかない私の記憶がそうであるようにって物語ってるんだ
Oh, I see.
あ
She's sort of
あそうなんだよ
pricking pain in my chest when I look at that modest smile of hers. Should be entirely used to seeing her face, so why? I can't understand what created this feeling. Alright. Good night, Shinku. See you in the morning.
あおやすみユーマお前の明日が今日よりもずっと楽しいことで溢れているようにと祈ってるよ
Soon after, I began to dream. It was a memory of a day from the distant past. More Mio lore? What lies beyond the sealed door?
本当に覚えてないの
That seems like as good a fucking point to stop it as any, quite frankly. Like, yeah, you can see the time. It's still quite early. But now that I really consider it, I was asked to not blitz through the game by Nekonyan anyways, so quite frankly, it's fitting that I keep these videos short. So maybe, like, I'll try to do, like, a chapter, a video, or something like that. Don't know how well that'll work out. We'll have to wait to see. But, yeah. We'll see. Not to mention that mouse, just... You've been watching me fucking yawn without break here, so yeah. Bye-bye.